In the previous class, let us start with the fourth session. The previous class we discussed about the different types of fundamental rights. What we have, the 6 fundamental rights was discussed in the previous class. Today's class will discuss about the directive principles of the state policy. What is the directive principles of the state policy? Directive principles of state policy are the guidelines which are incorporated in the Constitution. These guidelines have been given in the Constitution. They were not legally enforceable. You cannot enforce this, but still it is a guidelines. What should be done, how it should be done, who should do it. It is big guidelines what has been given. These guidelines are non-dismissible. That is parts of the Constitution that cannot be enforced by judiciary. It is a request or it is a condition. It's a request what has been made in the Constitution, which is to be followed by all the state government, the local bodies, and the central government has to follow these rules. A separate list of policy guidelines is included in the Constitution, and then the list is these guidelines is called as directive principles of the state policy. So these are the policies which has to be followed by every state government. What are all these policies we have? There are 3 types of directive principles of state policy. The first one is socialistic principles. This has been provided in Articles 38, 39, 39A, 41, 42, 43, 43A, and 47. Gives the socialistic principles. The second thing is the Gandhian principles. Gandhian principles have been specified in Articles 40, 43, 43B, 46, 47, and 48. And we also have liberal principles. It has been provided in the Articles 44, 45, 48, 48A, 49, 50, and 51. So these have been the principles which has been specified. There's the 3 types of principles what we have. Next, first thing is, what is Dantian Principle? Dantian Principle talks about the state shall promote educational and economic interest of the weaker section of society. There are many weaker sections of society. You have to give more importance to them so that they can lead a better life. The scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes, the other backward castes. So then anybody who has been with weaker section of society should be given a proper care has to be taken by the state government. Prevent consumption of liquor and other intoxication drinks and improve the public health. Try to avoid these intoxications. Do not encourage them. That is what the government has to do it. Organize village panchayats so that let administration go to the ground level. To encourage cottage industries and provide employment in rural areas. The small industries will definitely provide employment opportunities in the rural areas so that the rural people do not come to cities in search of the jobs. They have the jobs at their own place. They can definitely stay back in their own places. To improve agriculture and encourage animal husbandry. Encourage people, let them have this animal, take care of the animals. Then earn by taking care of the animals. Then free and compulsory education has to be provided till the age of 14. Has to provide. This is the first Gandhian principles, because this has been based on the Gandhian guidelines which has been made. Next is socialistic principle. What is the socialistic principle? Give social justice, economic and political justice, social order has to be given, welfare. Everybody should have proper welfare. There should be minimum inequalities in income. The different people work in different types of jobs, but the difference of income has to be less. Free legal aid to the poor. In case a person wants to go to the court, he has got some problem, there should be proper legal aid has to be given to the poor so that they can go to the court of law. Right to education has to be given. Humane condition for work. If a person wanted to work, give him proper conditions. So he should not feel that he will die. That is the human condition of work has to be provided. Give maternity relief for the female workers. Living wages and decent standard of life has to be provided. What are the wage you're going to give? At least you must have a minimum standard of life has to be, he can lead a minimum standard of life. That has to be there. Providing the wages so that he can lead a standard life. A secure participation of workers in a management. A trade union has to be formed. The trade union should be allowed to participate in industry affairs so that when the decision is being made, it will be in the interest of the people, it is the interest of the workers, in the interest of the company. So that is how decision has to be taken. Participant workers has to be allowed. The nutrition public health has to be provided. You give them nutritious food so that they can lead a better life. So the directive principles what has been provided. Next, the next class will discuss about the next session.